Welcome back to Trails of Cold Steel New Game Plus. We have finished up with the Old Schoolhouse. I do have to speak to everybody, but there are also bonding events. Oh, that, and I have to go speak to Towa because she's going to reveal what she did last year for her school festival. Now, who do we need to have events with? Oh, Lisa, Crow, and Millie. Ooh, that is a quite nice group of folks. How do I want to tackle this? Well, since I'm closest to the academy field, probably do that first. Then Crow, and then finally Millie. And then that way I'll have all those done. And then after checking in with some things, I can in turn go to speak to Towa. So let's just get things started. Are you already done with practice for the day, Elisa? Yeah, the school second years are all busy preparing for the festival. They might ask me to help them out with some setting things up here at some point too. I guess nobody's getting any rest until the festival's over. Especially those who haven't come up with anything yet. Yeah, I really hope we can find something that's perfect for us. Should I stay around to talk with her some more? Spend time with Lisa? Yes, this will consume a bonding point, but I need to get this done. Hey, Lisa, would I be getting in your way if I stayed around a while longer? Oh, no, not at all. There's a spare cross here, so how about we play some catch, too? Cross? Oh, the stick thing. I've never used one before. Would you mind showing me how to use it? I'd be happy to. Well, let's just play around some more. It shouldn't be that hard, but I think it's something it takes a little bit to get used to. Catch! Oof! Back to you. Oh, that one actually flew pretty straight. You're getting the hang of this. Little by little. You know, it's nice to play catch with you like this. I never expected that we'd end up this close. Oh, what? That, kinda came out wrong. I only meant that a few months ago, you couldn't stand to be in the same room with me. But now, here we are. Oh, well, there was the accident after all, which I specifically told you to forget about. My bad, but this makes me happy. I remember worrying that we'd never be able to make up, so I'm glad we can just play ball now. Cut it out, you're making me blush. I know what you mean though. I just wish our time together didn't have to come to an end. Wait, now my words are coming out wrong. I meant that I don't want our time together as classmates to come to an end. That's all I meant, okay? Yeah. You've got a good point though. We're going to be second years in just a few months, and 1 year after that, we'll be graduating. That sounds like a long time from now, but I'm sure it'll be over before we know it. Yeah, it'll be definitely over before we know it because it's not going to go as planned. Hey Rean? Do you remember what we talked about back in Nord? Oh yeah, that conversation. I don't think I would have come any stronger without Class VII's help and support, yours included. So, thanks. And thanks for worrying about me. And thanks for telling me to keep looking up. I'm finally starting to move forward step by step. That's something I probably couldn't have done if I hadn't come here and met Class VII or the rest of the academy. Or if we didn't get spend time together like this. I agree. But I guess we both said some pretty embarrassing stuff now that you mention it. I'm embarrassed just thinking about it. But even so, I stand by what I said that night. If I'm going to move forward, I want to do it with you and Class 7 and all the members of the lacrosse club. Because I wouldn't be moving forward at all without you helping me. And I like to think I've helped you too. And I'm sure that we can stay true through next month's field study and the Academy Festival after that. Me too, Elisa. I feel exactly the same way. Things might seem rough now with our last field study coming up. Looming shadow over our final exams doesn't help either. And to be honest, probably even have more challenges to face as second years. But the time we spend together, both the good times and the bad, those are what we're going to remember. Those times are the blocks we keep putting together until we find the shape of the lives we want to live. Yeah, you're right. As long as we don't give up and stick together, we're going to be just fine. Your bond with Lisa strengthened. That was a nice one. Yeah, second year's definitely not going to go along the way that they think it is. What are you doing here, Crow? Oh, nothing much. Did something happen? Nah, just feeling a bit sentimental. It's nothing serious. Don't worry about it, man. Crow? Sentimental. Now I'm really curious. Spend time with Crow? Absolutely. Hey, Crow? I'm a bit tired myself, to be honest. Would you mind if I sat here with you for a while? I swear, you get weirder by the day. But sure, feel free. What a sunset. Between this and the cooler weather, it feels like fall's finally here. Sure does. Can't help but feel that I kind of let this summer go to waste, though. Crow? Up for a round of blade? Seriously? Where'd that come from? It seems like you've got something on your mind, and that's not a good look for you. A round of blade might only distract you from it for a little while, but still, I don't like seeing you down like this. I want to help, even if I can't do much. Just because you're a second year doesn't mean you need to pretend you're indestructible. Well, there's other reasons why. And you don't know that yet, Rean. We're in this together. Me and the rest of Class 7 are always here to listen. And we know that you're there for us. That's what being a class... No. That's what being friends is all about. Rean. That better not be a promise you don't intend to keep. Huh? You're a lifesaver, man. Just so happens my wallet is very empty. I was sweating how I was going to survive the festival next month without any cash. Crow took out his blade cards. Besides, how could I say no to such a kind offer? What do you say we start betting at 100 Mira? Whoa. Hold on. Rean, you... Oh gosh, am I actually playing? Let's see. Oh gosh, I am playing. Oh no, I wasn't expecting this. Alright, well, let's see what we got. Okay. I'll take that, thank you. That one. Let's get rid of that, thank you. Oh, wow. No, I think I'll take that away. Oh! Yeah. Well, I will beat you out in that. Nah. I lost.
まだまだ修行が足りねえな。
Yeah. Oh, man. I can't beat the Blade Master. Now that's what I'm talking about. I'll be taking that 100 mirror now. How about you pay back the 50 mirror you borrowed from me first? You tricked me, didn't you? Took you long enough. Psychological warfare, my friend. People can't resist when they see a joker like me acting all sentimental. They start lining up to get fleeced. I can't believe I fell for it. If it didn't work, I wouldn't do it. Honestly, though, it's been a month already. You should have figured me out by now. Oh, I really should. But you're one of us now. How could I not be concerned? You're one weird dude. Well, how about we got our cards out, so how about another round? Might as well. No bets this time, though. Alright, I can dig it. Doesn't hurt to get a regular match in every now and then. And so the two of them played Blade with the dying light and the setting sun streaming into the window. Your bond with Crow strengthened. Yay, level 5. Rean and Crow reached Link level 5. Rush 2 and Rush 2.
I made some cookies at the cooking club today.
Nicholas and Margarita were all freaked out about it, but it was super fun. What did you do this time?
I let Lammy help me flatten out the cookie dough, but he kind of flattened the whole board on accident.
Oh gosh, why am I not surprised? It's almost charming when you put it like that. Should I spend some time with her? Spend time with Milliam? Oh yeah. Mind if I hang out with you for a little bit, Milliam? We don't really get the opportunity to relax together very often.
Oh, sure, go ahead. Sit on down and kick your feet up.
I've never heard the phrase used like that before.
Life as a student is so much fun. I've been here for a month already and I've gotten bored at all.
Glad to hear it. Oh yeah, you made some cookies at the cooking club, didn't you? How'd they turn out?
Wanna try them for yourself?
Milliam took some cookies out of a paper bag.
Here you go. They're pretty good.
Awesome. Can't wait. Munch munch. It's a bit salty.
Yeah, I messed up and used salt instead of sugar.
That's such a cliche that I didn't even think people actually did it. It's actually pretty good though.
Hey Rean, did you ever stop and think I might have poisoned that cookie?
Didn't even cross my mind. You wouldn't have really gained anything by doing that though, would you?
That's true.
You might have not wanted to be so trusting though.
It's like you forget I'm sometimes with the intelligence division sometimes.
Okay, that is true. Mostly due to how natural it feels to have you here.
Huh?
Think about it. There are a ton of students here at Thor's, and a lot of them are kind of weird, to be honest. This isn't a normal school, and you're not an average student, but you fit here and make things more interesting. I mean, I guess in that way, Thor's is kind of like a salty cookie, and maybe that makes you the salt.
Huh. I think I kind of get what you mean, but I'm not really sure though.
Oh, it's fine if you don't get it right now. Maybe it'll make sense someday. Thanks for the cookie. I wouldn't mind having some more another time.
Got it. I'll make him even saltier just for you.
That's not what I meant. Your bond with Milliam strengthened. I was hoping for a little bit more out of that, but I guess I'll make do with what I got. I still have a ways to go with Millie. You really are a strange fellow, aren't you? But if I must, I must. If you wouldn't mind. Where do I begin? To be completely frank, I'm a little concerned about Celestin. Well, that's a surprise. I can't imagine what a butler of his skill could do to cause concern, someone else concern. It seems that you may be overestimating his abilities somewhat. In the last week or so, he's been acting rather odd, for lack of a better term. Not only has he stopped reprimanding me for when he normally would, he's taken to spoiling me too. Worse yet, every reply he gives me sounds half-hearted and empty. That is odd for him. This is the first time he's ever done something like this too. Don't misunderstand me. He still performs his duties as a butler magnificently. However, his actions of late have made him seem distant, more so than ever. Curiously, I've also heard him discussing seemingly serious issues over the telephone too. Something must be going on. Agreed. Unfortunately, whenever I bring it up, he simply brushes me off. This is infantilizing, of course, but more dishearteningly, it feels like a betrayal of trust. I've never seen the two of us as typical master and servant, but something more. Perhaps something more akin to brothers. Ah. Well, maybe I can worm some details out of him. Oh? It's possible. He might be going through something that he'd rather not involve those he cares about in. But I won't get involved if you don't want me to. If that's the case, you truly wouldn't mind? Not in the slightest. Leave it to me. What exactly do you hope to gain by helping me, Schwarzer? I suppose it doesn't matter. You will likely find Celestin attending to the upper class dorm. I leave discovering the truth to you. I'll head right over there. Celestin's secret. Oh, hello there. Is there something I can help you with? Well, I'm actually looking for Celestin. You haven't seen him around anywhere, have you? Oh, I have. But he left for your dorm just a short while ago. He mentioned having something to collect from Sharon. From Sharon, huh? I wonder what it is. Thank you very much for the info. I'll try to catch him over there. Oh, hello, Master Rean. Is there something you need from me? Well, I'm actually looking for Celestin right now. Have you seen him? I thought that he was headed over here. Oh, indeed, you missed him by a matter of moments. As it happens, I made too much for dinner this evening, so I decided to offer him what we wouldn't be able to eat, which he said he would gladly take off our hands. So he was here to collect it. I see. Maids and butlers have their own economy here, don't they? Does that mean he headed back to the upper class dorms then? Not necessarily. There was something about his demeanor today that seemed quite different than usual. He was considering a brief stop at Kirsch's on the way back to unwind a little. Though I can't say for sure that he's headed there. Kirsch's, was it? Well, that's my next stop at least. Thank you, Sharon. You're very welcome. Celestin. Oh, good day, Master Rean. My apologies, as always, for the constant trouble Master Patrick causes you. Well, no worries. He's not half as much trouble as he tries to be. Hold on a second. Is that alcohol you're drinking? Not even I can escape the allure of drinking on the job once in a while. Sorry, that was my terrible attempt at a joke. Of course, this is non-alcoholic. I'm here for the atmosphere rather than the intoxication. I see. Patrick was right. He is acting kind of strange. Time for me to get to the bottom of this. Hey, Celestin, if I may, Master Rean, allow me to guess the sequence of events that brought you here. On your way to the training hall, you just so happened to bump into Master Patrick. After a period of guarded discussion, he let slip his worries about me, and being the paragon of selflessness which you are, you offered to talk with me, which ultimately led you here. Am I correct? Oh my gosh, you haven't been watching us from the shadows or anything, have you? Not at all. It was a simple deduction when you know the pieces in play and the surrounding circumstances. However, the real surprise is that Master Patrick could bring himself to make a request of you. Oh, I must have caused him more concern than I ever imagined. He's really worried about you. I don't want to ask you to say more than you're comfortable with, but isn't there anything you can tell me? Let's just say things are rather complex. What, would you prefer to talk to Patrick about whatever's going on? I feel kind of bad for him the way things stand. I understand. You've come all this way for Master Patrick's sake, so it would be rude of me to leave things as they are. But just telling you everything would be a bit of a bore, so why don't we play a little card game? What kind of card game? I have 2 blade cards here. One card is a 1 and the other is a 7. Now watch carefully as I shuffle these. Correctly guess which one is a 7 and you win. Do that and I'll tell you everything you wish to know. Well, if you don't mind me getting one question in now, is there a point to all of this? I admit that it's a kind of unusual requirement, but this is a deeply personal matter, so I'm a little hesitant to discuss it. In other words, I'd rather put myself into a situation in which I don't have the choice not to. Well, now it does make sense. Well then, I accept your challenge. Thank you. Now, please choose, Master Rean. Which card is the 7? The one on the left, one on the right, or the one on the left? I think it's the one on the left. I'll go with the card on the left. Understood. Allow me to flip the card. Aha. And there's the 7. Looks like I win, Celestin. Indeed. Excellently played, Master Rean. So, if you wouldn't mind, fear not, I am a man of my word. But how do I begin? I recently received a direct order to return to the High Arms household from the Marquis himself. In fact, I'm expected to return to St. Arc as early as next week. Are you serious? Gravely. Personally, I'd rather stay by Master Patrick's side. However, I've been told that things are getting quite hectic over there. I see. I'm surprised to hear that Marquis would ask for Celestin specifically. He must be even more talented than we think he is. However, Marquis High Arms is an incredibly good-hearted man. It's entirely possible that he will allow me to continue to do as I wish so long as I carry out the duties he asks of me. So I've been trying to find a way to remain in Trista, no matter how much additional work I must do. That's what's had me so occupied as of late. And that, embarrassingly enough, has been the root of my odd behavior. Well, that would do it. But do you mind if I ask why you want to stay by Patrick's side that much, though? Perhaps it does seem a bit strange from your perspective. I'm afraid we don't have the time for the full story, but I will say this. Master Patrick was the one to treat me not as a servant, but as an equal. He gave me a place in the world that others couldn't, and for that I would do anything for him. I never knew. So this is what Patrick meant when he said they're more than just master and servant. That said, I feel terrible that my attempts to remain by his side have caused him so much concern. But telling you all of this, I've made up my mind. How so? I decided I'm going to tell his lordship exactly how I feel. Should that fail, I will simply have to think of something else, but I will stay with Master Patrick. But it was speaking to you that allowed me to reach that conclusion. If bouncing your thoughts off of me helped, then I'm glad I was here. Well then, I shouldn't waste another minute here if I want to settle all of this. Allow me to take my leave, Master Rean. Good luck. I hope it works out for you. Also, could I ask you to explain my behavior to Master Patrick? I have some explaining of my own to do later, of course, but I would like it if you could at least share the basic details and my feelings on the matter with him. Of course. You can count on me. Did you get anything out of Celestin? I did. Rean told Patrick about their card game and what Celestin told him afterwards. So he's been told to return to St. Arc? Yet he's still doing everything in his power to prevent that from happening. Trying to take action without consulting me again. What foolishness. Why do you seem so happy about that? Happy? Sometimes I wonder what color your sky is, Schwarzer. Besides, even if Celestin were forced to leave my side, I would be perfectly... No matter, you did well today. You're the last person I want to be indebted to, so take this and call us even. Patrick thrust the still blue into Rean's hands. Hold on. I didn't help you expecting some kind of reward. That just makes things even worse. I do not want to be in your debt. Think of this as me having filled a formal request and you having fulfilled it. Nothing more. As such, you receive your reward, walk away, and no loose ends remain. Got it. Quest Celestin's secret completed. Well, here we are. Wonder if Towa's already inside. Well, you can sense people, so I think you should know, right? After entering the computer room, you won't be able to roam around for the remainder of the day. Any bonding events which have not been triggered will no longer be viewable. Knock and enter. Huh? It doesn't sound like she's here yet. Are you sure? Oh. She fell asleep. It's so adorable. At least she's getting some rest. Must be a rare treat for her. What to do, though? I almost feel bad about waking her. Let her sleep. She must be really tired. I should let her sleep a little while longer. Oh, right. I really can't wake somebody up by pinching their cheeks. That'd be so rude. There we go. I guess I'll just read a book or something while I'm waiting. It's good to see her getting some rest. You're still at school. And you got something on you. Oh, hey, you're awake. And you just put your head down for a minute and you splooted. It's okay. Well, again, you must have been really exhausted, and sometimes when that happens, put your head down and sploot. Don't worry about it. You're doing me a favor here. I appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule for me.
くんの前だとこんなのばっかりなんだろう。
It's just fate.
これありがとう。
Invisible. No problem. Glad to do what I can. It wasn't too hot, was it?
ポカポカして気持ちよかったけど、じゃなくてリーンくん、そこに直りなさい。
Uh-huh.
その上着をかけてくれたのは紳士的だし嬉しいけど、女の子の寝顔をずっと見てるのはどうかと思うな。
Well, think of it this way, Towa. I could have pinched your cheeks. That would have been worse. I'm sorry? You were sleeping so peacefully that it seemed almost wrong to wake you up. But I guess it was inconsiderate of me just to let you nap there.
違うの、別に怒ってるわけじゃなくて、とにかくあんまりこういうことを簡単にしちゃダメなんだからね。
I guess? But again, the other option seemed worse. That's the reason why I didn't do it.
Anyway, I asked you to meet me here so we could show you more about the concert we put on for last year's festival.
Oh, you mean the one you did with Angelica, Crow, and George? Do you have some sort of record of it here?
Actually, I do. George was testing out some kind of orbital video camera and was being developed by the Ruhr Institute of Technology. And we've still got the recording here.
An orbital video camera?
Yeah, the technology is different from what they use for the orbital net. Actually, it's probably faster just to show you. Let me bring it up on the screen.
Oh, you've got pictures of it?
More than just pictures. Just watch.
Amazing!
I know, right? It plays back images and sound at the same time, so it's like a radio and camera combined. The quality might be a bit rough, but it really feels like you're right there, doesn't it?
It's really something else.
Oh, there we are going up. Huh?
Oh, wow.
Isn't it cool? It's called rock. It's making a splash in the music scene abroad. They use orbital audio technology to amplify guitars for it. It's a pretty bold sound, huh?
Definitely is. And, speaking of bold, how about that outfit?
I forgot about the outfit. Don't look at that. Just focus on the performance.
This is... Oh yeah, I recognize the song. Bravo! Oh, you're doing clapping. I don't need to. And that was incredible. I wish I could have been there to see it in person.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. So was that of any help?
Help! This is exactly what I was looking for. I'm not sure if we can put together something as flashy as this, but we do have Elliot and he knows his music, so I think we might have a chance.
Glad to hear it. Crow's the one who planned all this out, so he's the one you should ask about how to put a program like this together. Angie did our choreography, and George got all the instruments together for us. I'm sure they'd help you out if you asked.
I think I just might. We have to get our preparations for the festival underway.
Oh, I put a copy of the video onto this memory quartz for you too.
Received memory quartz.
If you put this memory quartz into the orbital projector here, you can watch the video anytime you want. And maybe you can bring everyone from your class here and show it to them tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks for everything, Towa. I mean, I asked for help, but you really went above and beyond. I don't really know how to thank you.
You're always looking out for me, Rean. It's the least I can do. Besides, I'm sure this idea will spark some lively discussion within your class. It's not a done deal yet. But I'm really curious to see how things will turn out.
Me too. Yeah, it's time to show everybody how cool and how daring Towa can be. The USB stick. Well, that seems to have gone over well. I could see Elliot's eyes light up when I mentioned it.
So, it looks like Class 1 is definitely putting on a play. And not just any play, a full-scale classical operetta with all the trimmings. Even if an operetta is shorter than a full opera, this is Class 1 we're talking about. I'm sure they'll spare no expense on the outfits and the stage design.
True, if they had any more blowhards, they'd be a wind tunnel. Class 2 looks like they're going to run with their idea of doing some kind of indoor garden. From what I heard, they want to do something based on the motif of the night sky. Sounds like quite the elaborate setup. Class 3 is intending to run a game room based around Blade. I heard they're planning to decorate the room like a castle and provide lessons for beginners as well as advanced matches. Huh? Really? Class 4 is going to be doing an Eastern-style cafe of sorts. They're claiming you can enjoy an exotic dining experience. Not sure what they mean by Eastern style, though. Well, my sword is technically Eastern style, I guess. But yeah, that seems like an awfully broad term. You don't see too much of stuff from the East in Erebonia.
Class 5's doing some kind of different. They'll be using the training hall for some attraction they call Mishy Panic. Wait, isn't Mishy the mascot of that big theme park in Crossbell?
Kind of strange choice considering the current political climate.
I'm always kind of a Mishy fan though. One time, Lecter brought me back a Mishy keychain. It's pretty cool.
Oh, the intelligence division never struck me as a type who would budget for souvenirs. Anyway, the captain of the riding club is intending to organize some manner of horse racing event. Officially, there's been no gambling, but with our senior colleague involved, I'm sure free enterprise will find a way. Exactly. Really, Crow?
Towa's not going to like it if she finds out.
Aw, come on. It's a festival. A little low-stakes fun never hurt anyone. A number of second years are planning to run stalls, and many clubs are intending to put on events as well. But in terms of scale, the 5 other classes are our main competition.
I've heard attendees will be able to vote on which class event they like most, with the winner to be announced during the evening's festivities.
That sounds like it's going to make things awfully competitive. Still, it's that much more incentive to make our class's contribution one to remember. Which leads us to our current problem. What do we do? Rean? Time to bring out the big guns. I'm thinking we should avoid doing anything that would require large-scale equipment. With our numbers and the time we have to prepare, I doubt we could get it set up or even spare someone to operate it.
Yeah, you make a good point. But if we take all that into account, just about the only operation we have is just doing something on the auditorium stage.
And it's worth noting that using the stage would put us in direct competition with Class 1. Can't very well put on a production like theirs, though. We just look like copycats. Whatever we end up going with, it should be something we can all have a part in. Maybe a martial arts demonstration with a few sparring matches. No, that would probably get turned down as too dangerous.
Not a bad line of thought, though. How about a cooking contest? Oh, I call judge.
Our troubles are over. I just had a visionary idea that we can do with the academy pool. Picture this. Stunning ladies in bikinis wrestling piggyback in the pool. Come for the fights, stay for the accidental exposure. I think not. Get out.
No,
This is getting us nowhere.
they all sound like fun, though.
Actually, I did have one idea I think we might be able to use.
You did?
Really? I bet Towa told you, huh? Yeah, she showed me the video too. I can't believe you never even mentioned it. You guys put on an amazing show. Well, I'm the lone second year here. Didn't want to rob you bright-eyed first years the full festival experience. So, what's this idea then? Did the student council president suggest something to you? Yeah, she showed me a video of a concert that she, Crow, George, and Angelica put on for last year's festival. And it was pretty cool too. A concert on stage? With vocals? Ooh, that does sound interesting. I have heard there was one event at last year's festival that really drove the crowds wild. I've heard similar things, but I had no idea Crow was involved. Yeah, it was pretty spur of the moment though. It was too late for them to put us on the official poll. If folks had been vote for us, I don't doubt we would have ranked up right there near the top. Without seeing it for ourselves, it'd be difficult to say whether we'd be able to do something similar.
You got me curious, though. It sounds great. Let's do it. You said you saw the video, right? Can you show us too?
Yeah, Towa gave me a copy of it. Let's get together during lunch tomorrow and watch it. I can't wait to see the looks on their faces when they see it. Though I imagine Towa's outfit may raise more than a few questions too. Oh, it's 9 already? Advent time should be on soon. Gotta get our groove on.
こんばんは、ミスティです。トリスタ放送より9月19日の夜9時をお知らせします。なんだか9ばっかりですね。
Oh, don't worry, you can
ちょ
dress
っと
for
前
nines
まで
later.
寝苦しい夜が続いていた気もしますが、気づけば夜風が頬に涼しく、虫の音に聞き入ってしまうようなそんな季節になっていましたね。そうそう、秋といえば食欲の秋とかスポーツの秋とかいろいろ例えられる季節ですけど、リスナーの皆さんはどんな秋を思い浮かべるでしょう。私はそうですね、やっぱり食欲の秋でしょうか。この季節、帝国各地の美味しいものがちょうど旬を迎えて大変なんですよね。で、私の好物は栗。そろそろ出始めるあれなんです。グラッセやモンブランも好きですが、なんといっても焼き栗。
I've never had a Mont Blanc. I'd be curious to try it.
ホクホクとした食感と香ばしさがたまらず、ついつい手が伸びて。失礼しました。先ほどから夕食を食べ損ねたディレクターが睨んできています。そういえば、秋といえば芸術の秋なんかもありますよね。帝国における芸術といえば、まあ帝都歌劇場のオペラなんかが定番なのかもしれませんが。
Looking back at this now, it's just very amusing. She's just managing to segue into more advertising for the Opera House and for her own shows.
一昔前に流行った星のありかみたいな定番ソングもいいですよね。
Then a call back to Sky.
君の影星のように しました。
No, that was wonderful, actually.
そうそう、それ以外にもいろいろ新しいジャンルの音楽も出始めているみたいで。
She really does have a pretty voice. Though I guess you kind of have to in order to be a big opera singer like that. I don't know if singing on the air like that is such a good idea if she's trying to keep her identity under wraps, though. We've got our practical exam coming up next week, then another field study over the weekend. Sounds like things are going to be even busier than usual. I better brace myself for an exhausting week. Monday, Monday, Monday. Lunch break. Yay, we get to, everybody gets to watch the performance. Rex, get those shots in. Everybody's out and about. It's just looking at the screen. It's like, oh my gosh, there's that character, and that one, and that one. Whoa.
That was way cool.
Very impressive.
That was neat. Well, it was certainly quite a technical display. But if you think that we're going to put on outfits like that and prance around on stage, you must be dreaming.
Well, the outfits all depend on what kind of performance we put on. The clothes have to fit the mood and the music. Right, Crow? Yeah, we did rock song last year. So if our outfits didn't scream rock, the whole performance would have lacked something in my opinion. Though in my infinite wisdom, I'd like to point out that revealing outfits will be popular regardless of the music.
You guys!
Outfits aside, it seems like a bold concept. Few that would think to put on a performance like that. If we put in the time to practice, we may even compare favorably with Class I's operetta. Well, Elliot's the expert on music here. Do you think there's any chance we could put on a performance like this?
Hold on. So first things first, how many of us can actually play an instrument? You learned the flute from your dad, right, Rean?
Yeah, I'm no virtuoso, but I can play as long as the music's not too complicated.
And at least you can play the violin, right? Yeah, my father taught me.
Gaius, you can play the sitar, was it? Been playing it for years. I can play the piano, so with the four of us, it looks like we have our instruments covered. Guess that means we just need to work on our music and the lyrics and decide who's going to be on vocals. So yeah, it really depends on what sort of music we want to do, but I think we can pull off an impressive performance.
Great! Oh, well, when you put it that way, it doesn't sound like such a bad idea. That's true, and it seems fitting for a festival too. Sounds good to me. Yeah, let's do it.
Then the matter is settled. I'm in favor too. I dread the thought of what the instructor would do if we didn't have anything decided by today. So we leave the music responsibilities in Elliot's hands then. Yeah, I think he's in the best position to decide the style of the performance, our songs, and what we should each be doing. That okay with you, Elliot?
Sure thing. I haven't spent all these years studying music for nothing.
Oh, and Crow? Do you think you could give us some help with the outfits and with getting a hold of the equipment we'll need? I'd like us to do as much of this ourselves as we can. Sure, I'll do what I can. This might be a temp thing and all, but I am part of Class 7. So if you're gonna go all in, I'll throw my chips in the pile. Crow.
Oh wow, maybe I had you pegged wrong all this time.
So leave those outfits in my capable hands. I'll make sure you all shine like stars up there, especially the ladies.
I take it all back.
He's not even trying to hide it. We're counting on you to keep him tasteful, Rean. Right. Tasteful. Very tasteful. Practical exam. Academy Field. First, congratulations are in order. It took you long enough, but you finally decided what you want to do for the festival. So you're following in Towa's footsteps and putting on a concert, huh? Have you decided what kind of music you want to do? Not exactly. We're still kind of getting things sorted. At the very least, it should be pretty easy to decide who's playing an instrument and who will be on vocals. I'm not actually sure I've ever even touched an instrument.
Can't say I have either.
You'd probably need at least some rudimentary experience to play an instrument at the festival. I had the pleasure of seeing last year's concert live. They really put on a great show. Rean and Crow, you two are handling all the outfits, right? You guys have that under control? Yep, you got that, all that shit on lockdown. We've narrowed it down to the 15 most promising designs.
Adios, save us all.
I suppose we'll just have to rely on Rean to save us from being dressed by Crow.
Honestly, I feel a little envious.
If I were 5 years younger, I'd jump right on stage with all of you and had a great old time.
Hey, what are you looking at me like that for?
Instructor, how old are you again? Aren't you in your mid-20s? Even if you were 5 years younger, graduation would still be years behind you.
Hush you. For us ladies, everything up to the mid-20s is just a warm-up. And men, they're like fine wines, better with age. I'm not sensitive about it, really. This is just another valuable life lesson is my duty as your instructor to impart. Anyway, as much as I'm looking forward to the festival, that's not why we're here today, is it? Not only do you have no field study next month, it looks like you're off the hook as far as practical exams go, too. So since this will be our last practical exam for a while, I figure I'd crank up the challenge a couple notches.
Revenge! Wait, are you going to serve as our opponent?
Bingo. I just think of it as a long-awaited second round of May's exam. If you want to get back at me, now's your chance. But you better bring it, because I'm not going to go easy on you. All right, Rean. Pick 2 for your team because you're up first.
Got it. Who do I want to do? Fee. And, Elliot. Do it that way. Sarah, I'm so gonna beat your ass. At least that's a goal. I should be able to at this rate. Looks like we reached maximum, Sarah. But I know we've gotten stronger during the last 6 months. Well, if you're ever holding anything back before, now's the time to pour it all in.
準備はいいわね。
Definitely.
入学して半年。君たちならそろそろやれるはずよ。サラ・バレスタインという壁、見事乗り越えてみなさい。はい。
Let's do this.
君たちの全力見せてもらうわ。
Meet the following conditions. No one reaches low HP during the battle. Win in less than 40 turns. Oh gosh, this will be interesting. But I can't remember as to how much I did this. I want to get close, actually.
Mine.
Crafts. Let's motivate everybody.
さあ、一気に行くぞ。
任せて。僕の番だね。
There. Detector,
Tiki unit
so that way I can go all
を解析。
out.
つかめた。
Instructor Sarah, Class 7's homeroom teacher, a former bracer known as Purple Lightning, dominates enemies with her blade and gun. No!
甘いよ。
Not gonna work for me.
あ、任せて。
Let's see if we can do this. I don't think it'll work though. No, actually did.
俺の番だな。
That worked perfectly.
せいやチャンスだ。
もらい。
Yeah, I'll tear cannon.
あ
あ、任せて。せい。
参る。
Gale.
ミノカだ。
My beloved.
ハヤテ。
行こっか。
Yeah.
それ。
Then I'll have to cure Elliot too.
やるわね。だったら本気で行かせてもらうわ。
俺の番だな。
Let's get an item in Elliot, because otherwise he's gonna be really low.
ありがとう。
私の番だね。
I do have 200. I do have strength up. So, may as well do Sophie dance.
行くよ。
Because I know Sarah's gonna do something afterwards. Well, she's got the comments, so that usually, if I remember correctly, it does do something afterwards.
位置上がり。甘いよ。
And counter is gonna kill you.
成長したわね。
戦闘終了。先に行こっか。
And the condition was met.
よし、掴んだ。
Flame Impact can now be used. Attack set, area small, burn 50%, fades 50%. Class S plus, a powerful downward slash. Unbalance plus 30%. The active party member bonds have been strengthened. AP increased by 2. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We did it. It did take all three of us to match her strength, though. Wasn't that bad. Nicely done. I can't believe how far you've come in all. Nicely done. I can't believe how far you've all come in just 6 months. I know you've been honing your team tactics, but I wasn't expecting such a top-rate performance from you so soon. But you know what? As an instructor, that's the best feeling in the world. That it is. And she... Okay, that's 1 group down. 3 more to go. I'll call you in groups of 3, so be ready to jump in when I call your name. She's just raring to go again. Is she even human? Multiple groups with multiple opponents in every group, and she was still able to put a fight up against all of us. She's on a completely different level. We'll need to redouble our efforts in training if we hope to match her. You can say that again. Oh, I'm spent. Mind if I use you as a pillow, Emma? No. Oh, what? Here. Have you no shame? Of course she doesn't. Looks like there's still some life in her yet. She's the only person I know who can fight 4 back-to-back battles and still have the energy for wisecracks. Don't get me wrong. I'm genuinely impressed with how far you've come. Now I can tell where you're headed for your field studies without any worries. Up we go. All right, get them where they're hot. Because we are going to everybody's favorite place. Field Study September. Group A, Rean, Elisa, Fee, Macias, Elliot, Crow. Study location, Ruhr, the industrial metropolis. Group B, Emma, Laura, Eustace, Gaius, Milliam. Study location, Ortis, the port city. Interesting choices. Ruhr and Ortis. Those are two of the Empire's largest cities, right? Well, technically they are. Ruhr's far from small, but Ortis is kind of on another level. It's the second largest city in the Empire, with over 400,000 people. It also happens to be the stronghold of Duke Cayenne Pepper, the noble faction's de facto leader. Yeah, smarmy little son of a bee. Are you out of your mind? You want us to drag this hyperactive chatterbox straight into the noble faction's largest stronghold?
He does make a good point.
Ortis is hostile territory for her, no two ways about it.
If they find you poking around, they'll burn you at the stake. Oh, I'm not that worried. I've snuck into Ortis plenty of times before, and this time, I've got you guys with me. I'll be fine!
This is no laughing matter. I'm a bit concerned too. As am I. Ortis is quite far from here. If something were to happen. Oh, not to worry. We're thinking all about what to do about that. Still, you're not in for a laid-back vacation. That much I can say for certain. That goes for a group headed to Ruhr, too. The Reinford group is based out of Ruhr, isn't it? Though Ruhr's also part of Marquis Ragnar's domain, and he's the head of one of the four great houses. Jellicoe's stubborn old man, huh? He's supposed to be a real hardliner, even among the big shots in the aristocracy.
That's true. But the Imperial Army also runs a military factory in the vicinity. The Reinford group isn't aligned with either faction, but I can imagine there are more than just a few ongoing complications.
Really?
Sounds like trouble if you ask me.
Why would my father and the other members of the board choose destinations like those in such dangerous times like these?
Well, like I said, we're thinking those issues over. With the Academy's annual festival coming up next month, there's no field study being planned. So this is your chance to show off all of the know-how you've gained from your previous field studies. Make whatever preparations you need to, and when Saturday rolls around, travel with your heads held high. Class VII has done a damn good job so far. The only reputation you guys have to live up to is your own.
This is true. Thank you, instructor. Yay! Rank increased to rank A2. Received Aura Jacket as a perk.
Thank you for watching the video today. I do appreciate it. If you can, leave a like as it does help, and consider subscribing if you haven't already. A huge thank you to my supporters, and if you'd like to help the channel, please feel free to visit the links in the description below and become a member. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Bye!